Three.
Good morning, Bruin Nation.
Today is Wednesday, January 28th. I'm Angel.
And I'm Jonathan.
And this is BTV. Tomorrow is movie night in the amphitheater from 5:30 till 7:30 p.m., screening the movie Maleficent. It is absolutely at no cost, but bring money in case you get hungry. There will be snacks. Seniors, immortalize yourself forever as a Bruin by participating in the Senior Panoramic Picture. It is happening on February 4th during your advisory class.
Go to your advisory teacher to check in first. Then they will release you to go in front of the auditorium. The picture should take most of the period, so plan on having a little less time to work on your class assignment on that time Wednesday.
Also, seniors, the class of 2015 t-shirts are here. The t-shirts come in multiple sizes and cost $15.
You can get your class of 2015 shirt in room 2202 and 2214.
Your wrestling team is doing great so far this year. Here is a message from your TGB wrestlers.
My name is Coach Miles, the wrestling coach here at Trevor Brown High School.
What was it like to work with your wrestlers?
For me, it's a wonderful experience because it gives me a reason to stay in shape, first of all. And second of all, the challenge of trying to teach our guys how to wrestle, because most of our kids come to us not ever wrestling before. Most of our kids come to us as freshmen if we can get them as freshmen. And we're trying to teach them in 4 years what our competition has been training ever since they was like in the 3rd grade. So whenever we get a kid to win a sectional, that means that we made up for like maybe 6 years of training to get them to be as good or better than the competition.
Who would you say are the best wrestlers?
Currently, we have 3 wrestlers that are doing real well. Quentin Shadle, who wrestles 152, who has only lost 1 match this year. We have Chris Pupo, who wrestles 195. He's lost 3. And Omar Bustamante, who wrestles 220, who has lost only 4. Now, I didn't mention how many they've won. They've won double digits. So their records are competitive in the sectionals. So that means that there's a good chance each one of these guys is going to be seeded come the end of January.
What were your last words to them as wrestlers?
Well, our last words is our first words, all right? The challenge for them, if they want to become good at what we're teaching in this room, is commitment, dedication, tenacity. They have to be sincere about what they're doing. It's going to test their will. It's going to test their character. Everything we do in this wrestling room challenges the character of the individual. The kid who come to practice without you having to track them down and make them come to practice, that same kid will eventually learn to go to class, all right? If he wants something out of life, he will put forth an effort, which is what we're demonstrating in this wrestling room, that if you put forth the effort, you'll see success quickly follows. Without the effort, there's no telling what your potential might be. So when we name guys that we say are doing well, those are kids who have really given their time and dedication, because prior to this season, the previous seasons, they probably were not as good as they are today. And they all see their growth. It's just like a tree seeing itself grow from a little seed to whatever size the tree is going to be. And so they all feel very good about themselves in the end. And their character has been challenged. And what we're trying to do is not just turn them into good wrestlers, but turn them into good people. Teach them that these things that they learn today, when they're challenged in life, they'll learn through this training that we're giving them in wrestling how to accept the challenge and how to meet a challenge head on, and how repetition is how you learn. And through doing things over and over and over again correctly, all right, not just doing anything, all right, you get correct results.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, you know, me personally, I get a kick out of having an effect on a kid's attitude, all right? Because I don't judge kids by superficial standards. You know what I mean? In fact, I give them all the same opportunity. You meet me halfway, and I'm gonna show you how to go all the way. All right? All you got to do is show up. We got plenty up here that we're teaching that in a different environment would cost a lot of money, and we're doing it for free. I said, the stuff that you learn today, you'll take with you all the way into life. I remind them that I still know how to wrestle, and I'm in my 50s. I can still kick all of them to the curb, and I'm in my 50s. That's because this stuff doesn't just disappear, all right? It is something that becomes a natural part of how you move, how you think, how you approach things when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. It's the oldest form of martial arts, wrestling. It was the first thing that was in the Olympics, so-called form of martial arts, okay? They did it way back during the days of the Greeks, before they started kicking people, doing karate and all that other stuff. You look at your MMAs and your UFCs and stuff like that, it's the guy who knows how to wrestle and hold somebody who ends up winning, because they're the ones that get the ground and pound. So I teach them, and I let them know you're learning something that's very special. Don't take it for granted. Don't cheat yourself by denying yourself the time that it takes to put into training to become as good as you can. Because if you put the time in, we almost guarantee that you're going to win something. You'll walk away with a medal. We got kids that some of them only may have come in fifth place, all right? But they're so proud because prior to coming in 5th place and getting a medal, they had never received anything in their life. And that sense of achievement carries over. And these kids come back and they watch the other guys. They come back and visit. They say, hey, coach, and they always want to tell you how they're doing. And that makes a coach feel special. When his kids come back to him and let them know that, hey, coach, you was right. Said, these things you taught me, I use right now in life. It's not just wrestling, but the character parts of what we learned in that wrestling room about myself, all right? And they apply and they get good jobs, or they go on to college and stuff like that, and they try to be responsible citizens. We got kids that's in the military. We still stay in contact. They call me today. I just talked to a few of them on New Year's, wished them Happy New Year's. They say, hey, Happy New Year's, coach. You know what I mean? We got kids that's off in college and stuff like that, and we got kids that's college bound. So, we try to take them as far as they're willing to go. If they're not afraid of heights, we're going to take them as high as they want to go.
Wow, that was really inspirational.
Speaking of inspiration, today there will be a pep rally at the amphitheater from 5 to 6 p.m. Games, prizes, and music are planned. So come on out and let your Bruin spirit burn bright.
Wipe the dust off your rackets, tennis players. The season is drawing close, and the TGB tennis team is holding open court throughout the month of January, Monday through Friday from 3:30 to 5.
On February 13th from 3 to 8 p.m. there will be a carnival for the community here at TGB. There will be games, food, jousting and other blood sports, an obstacle course, bounce house, and slide. Bracelets are free for kids under 5. Students with an ID will pay $3, and and adults without an ID will pay $5. So plan on attending the event and have some brew fun.
It's about that time of the show where we say goodbye. Before we do, here's a quick message from TGB Kind.
Do you want a wider smile? Of course you do. Here's why. Don't you want to show off those pearly whites at prom? That's right, Billy.
Many people are aware of the dental issues until it's too late. By not going to the dentist, you can lead up to the buildup of tartar and gum disease. Ruining your teeth or getting a disease can cost quite a bit in the near future. Tartar can sit on your teeth for years and spread wildly. By the time you feel the pain it can cause, it'll be too late. You will have already lost your teeth just because you made a habit of not going to the dentist.
Sure, you can do the everyday basics by brushing twice a day for at least 2 minutes, flossing if you can after every huge meal, and using mouthwash to assure a more clean, bacteria-free mouth. This all does help a lot, but it's still important to check with your dentist for 100% reassurance that you are healthy. You don't have to go far or pay much when you can just visit your in-school dentist. How do you go? Just follow these simple steps. Get a permission form, like so. Have your parent or guardian sign the form and return it to the school nurse. It's that easy. Your way to a germ-free day is close.
Do this, and you'll be looking like Billy in no time.
What you did to my phone?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It did nothing to you.
I'm so sorry.
I don't have insurance.
I'll buy you a new phone. Don't worry about it. Here, have my mask. I gotta go.
Why?
All right, 3, 2.
That's it for our show. Have a great rest of your week.
We will see you next week on BTV. BTV, 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 BTV.